Hello, welcome in. We are in an event, and the theme is mystical creatures. So welcome in, welcome in. Miss Brenda was up before me, and up after me will be Miss Marylou with Living Your Space, Your Home Space. Loving Your Home Space. Sorry, Miss Marylou, for butchering that. And then up after her will be Miss Lily from Lil's Craft and Things. Lil's Craft and Things. So definitely stick around. We've had already several events. Lots of people have already been on today. It is a little bit of a shorter event, but you know, better than, hey there, Miss Amy. But it's better because I mean there's lots of amazing creators, so you get to, you know, be inspired. Whether it's a long day or a short day, it is still a great event. Alright, so there I am. Sorry, I couldn't find myself. Hi, Miss Carla. How are you, my sweet friend? So, I was hoping that the you know, Dracula and that kind of stuff was a mystical creature, because I wanted to work on my Battle of the Junk Journal. Well, that's what we have multiple devices for, right? That's what we have multiple devices for. So, and I'm glad that Miss Kim, who is the lady that this event is inspired by, said that it is, because that way I didn't have to pivot too much from what I wanted to do. So, let me put you guys down. And I have my papers here to put together for my signature, and this is going to go into this journal that I am putting together for the Battle of the Junk Journals. That's this week. I just got to get my signature in. And this is the back of it. Alright, and so when you open up the gate, the papers, my signature is going to go in here, and then we're going to build kind of like a little apothecary type thing going on over here. So that's the idea behind this journal. So let's get rolling. I know you are. I know you're an admin, and I'm very grateful that you are here. So as you can tell, most of my pages printed with a border, so we are going to trim that down because, oh, thank you, Miss Amy, because I do want to, you know, trim this down. I don't want to have all the excess paper, you know, white on the papers. So we've got some really interesting images, and we're going to try to go back and forth and figure out exactly which ones I want. See, there's the gargoyles, and then here we have like a hidden image. I think that is super cool and creepy. There's some more gargoyles, and then these are some pages. So see, there we go. There's And we've got the bats in the background. So it's a bit of a mixture of images. Because I do want pops of color and I do want like some down. Really? You should totally do that. This is actually a page that I made. Look at how cool that one is. I love this cat with the wings and the skull. I think that one is so cool. But that one's not the right size, so we might have to turn that into tags. And then I do have, and I need to turn these ones around because I need to figure these ones out. Oh, you ran out of printer paper. Hey, I'm in the same boat actually, believe it or not. I have like this much left, like very little printer paper. So I do need to order some printer paper from, I guess, the Big A. These are stickers. I'm trying to find all of the actual like pages, not the ones that have images. That might not work. Those that I'm gonna keep for something else because that doesn't fit the vibe. So where do you buy your paper from normally? I am kind of curious on that. Like, where do you normally buy your paper from? And again, now her, I'm probably going to include her because she kind of makes me think of the wife that Dracula had. So I am going to include that image. But yeah, I'm really curious, like, are these, or is this just paper? This is just paper. Walmart 24-pound paper. Okay. And that's the one that you prefer to print on? You know, it's always curious to see like the differences of what people prefer to print on, how they like to go about doing that. That to me is always quite interesting. Okay. So we're going to make sure that we can fold these. Oh, so no, so this is just these are just printed on like a premium paper, but these other ones, this is sticker paper. This is sticker paper. So if I can get my fingers in here, see, that's sticker paper. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, I always find it interesting. Look at that. I totally did. You guys saw me do that, right? And look at how off-centered this is. Oh my word. Oh, you definitely need to, because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to use sticker paper, for sure. Hello there, Miss Wendy. You think, what is the paper, sweetie? That the paper is all wonky doodles and that's why I'm not able to get it in half? That may very well be the case. So we're just going to go old school. And just fold it ourselves, because it is just being its own kind of special. That's what I thought. This one is sticker paper too, because it felt different. Alright. Now, let's get all of the pages trimmed so that we can sew the signature in. You're fine, dear. Y'all, let me tell you, taking care of a newborn kitten is no joke. I am so tired. Hi there, how are you doing, my dear? Thank you. I actually designed this page right here. Yep, I did. I designed that page. But, so, we are caring for the vet. We did take the little kitten to the vet today. The vet said that she's about between 1 and 2 weeks old. Her eyes are not open yet, and oh my word, let me tell you. Thank you. It is definitely not an easy task. You know, we've bottle fed before, but not this young. So, but the little one is doing good, and that's what matters. That is what matters. At the end of the day, that is what matters. so we're going to mix some of these more sepia tones with some of the vibrant tones that I have, because, you know, I do want there to be some tones of color and not just straight dark for, you know, because at the end of the day, if you know, when you're thinking of mystical creatures, there's all kinds of creatures, right? So, like, Miss Brenda did a mermaid. I know, Miss Wendy mentioned, like, a werewolf, which I actually may end up bringing out a page for that. Somebody found a little one, and they tried to bottle feed, and we tried, me and another lady, on Facebook, tried to, like, coach her on how to take care of the little one, and she ultimately was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and so we took her in, and but yeah, we've not taken care of one this young. Like, her eyes are not even open. And we keep saying her, but you really can't tell the gender of a cat till they're a little older. So hey there, Miss Marylou. Miss Marylou will be up after me. Loving Your Home Space is her page name. She should come under her page name so that people can give her a like and a follow. The event group that I am in is Crafty Friends Unite. It is hosted by my friend Crafts by Amy. And the group is a free group to watch all the events in, and it is linked in the description of this video. I'll send you a picture, because little one's not in here. Little one's in the living room right now. I think it's a she, but and she has a her little tail. I don't know if it was during birth or what, but she's got a little nubby. It's bigger than our other one, because we have one of our, well, he's no longer the youngest cat, obviously, in the household, because the little baby is, but he has a nub from where, when he was found as a kitten, something had attacked it and got a hold of its tail. So Mr. Wicky Poo, as we call him, he doesn't have a tail. He has like a little nub like that. This one has about a half tail, which is interesting. So we shall see, we shall see. But yeah, I'll send you a picture afterwards, Miss Wendy. I did miss some of our morning presenters, because after I got hubby to his appointment, got home with the little one, fed it, I had to crash, like, because I didn't sleep hardly anything last night because I wanted to make sure it was going to be okay. Alright, so what is the weight of regular copy paper? Since Miss Amy was saying 24 pound. Is it like 20? So we're getting more of the premium style with the 24. A little heavier weight. She's a cutie. She's already won everybody's hearts. Everybody but the cats. The other cats are very curious about her, but when she starts meowing, they run off, which I find hilarious. Because they're like, what is this? But the moment she starts meowing, they are gone. They bolt. It's like, y'all are not being much help. It's like, you would have thought, all the girl cats we have, maybe one of them would have been like, maybe a big sister. No. Mm-mm. So, mystical creatures have lots of different backgrounds. Most of them come from folklore, right? You know, like having a very pretty lady that in Costa Rica we have a folklore tale where she is a gorgeous lady, and if you are a male by yourself doing stuff you're not supposed to, 15 days, yes. And if you're doing stuff you're not supposed to, like cheating on your wife or drinking and this, that, the other, she will appear to you and, like a gorgeous woman, she'll get you to either pick you up beside the road or whatever. And then when you guys are by yourselves and you've lowered down your guard even more, her head turns to a horse and will attack you. That is one of the that's one of the mystical creatures from my country. And, you know, it's kind of like where the idea of mermaids came from. It was, you know, kind of like a scary thing for the sailors to try to like keep them somewhat in check or whatever, and all that stuff. Right? Okay, so I'm going to measure these, and perfect. My measurements are good. So now we can make our signature. And I am only going to make one big, well, like 2 smaller signatures in this book. That's what we'll do. We'll do 2 smaller signatures. So let us try to mix these. So that they can have a bit of both, right? A bit of both styles of paper. don't know. I'm gonna send you a picture and you can help with that. Because, little one is so darn squirmish. Won't let me see much. But maybe you can help with that. Okay, so there's one. And here is the other one. Yeah, I'll send you a picture when I get off. Because it'll be about time for a little bit to eat again. So I definitely want to make sure we get the little one fed. I don't know why all of a sudden I got a runny nose, y'all. Like, what in the world? I was fine. And then I had to have a runny nose. Didn't cut enough of this one. So for those who may not know what Miss Carla's talking about, 15 days and counting, is in 15 days I will be headed to Oklahoma to host my retreat, which I am super excited about. And we do have some people who will be joining us virtually, like Miss Jeanette, who is in here. She'll be joining us virtually as well. So got her and a few other people, which makes it super exciting. Okay, now some of these, when I printed them, I kind of messed up, as you can tell. So I am going to glue these to one of the ones that is one-sided. Okay, same with this one. I printed it and printed the other side the wrong way. So same thing, we are going you know, to glue it down so that we don't waste it. Don't want to waste it, but that way we can also utilize these beautiful images as well. So I'm going to take this one, which is one of the taller ones, but also is blank. So we're going to grab that and let us get to gluing. So if you know, ever do that, you have that boo-boo where, you know, the pages just didn't print right and all the stuff, because we all have that, you know. My printer sometimes prints right, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get the direction right, sometimes I don't, and it's okay. You know, it is totally okay not to be perfect with that. Hello there, Miss Brenda. How are you? Miss Brenda was up before me and was doing this beautiful little purse with a mermaid, which is another type of mythical creature. And that is definitely really cool. I mean, perfect for summer. You know, because right now that's what a lot of us are, you know, in the summer vibe, even though here it is raining. So not really making me think of summer. But it's all good. These summer storms, right? Thank you everybody for popping in. I really do appreciate it. Now let me make sure that I've got this in the right direction, because that would definitely not be fun if I glue this and then put it in the wrong direction. Then that's a double boo-boo on my end. And okay, so we may have to trim this one down a little, and that is totally fine. Well, I don't do, like, you know, scary. I definitely don't do gory. That is not my thing. Don't get me wrong. Dark is one thing, but gory, no. Never. That is not my thing. You know, I feel that especially gory goes against my beliefs. So I'm definitely not going to do anything like that. Oh yeah, goth, creepy, cute. You know, I'll do that. That, yes. That, that is a definite me. So believe me, when I saw the theme, I was like, oh, goody, 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 goody. I was like, yes, please. I was like, I like that. You know, and I totally respect the people that are not into that. There's nothing wrong with it, you know? We all have our own. And it's like, so an example, you know, you did the beautiful, very, you know, very, I would say very vibrant, mermaid, super cute. And then, I know that Miss Amy did the unicorn, which was also really cute. But, like, if you look at, like, mermaids and sirens, they were meant to be scary. And they were meant to... I love steampunk, you know that. Yes. Okay, so let me get this back in here. Stormy, don't make a mess, please. What is this other one? Okay. Yeah, see, I knew this was going to be very small compared to this, and I don't want to lose that much of the image. Okay. If only my leg would stop doing this number, I think I would be fine. Oh, thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Some of these I made. Some of these I found free online. Some I've bought. So normally my stuff is a mishmash. That's normally how this goes, right? It's hard for me usually to stay with just one set of printables because it's normally hard because I'm, you know, want to combine so many different things. Thank you, Yadi. I appreciate it, dear. So, of course, you know, Dracula has to have his coffins because part of the myth is that he is unable to be in sunlight, right? Miss Carla, you get to meet Miss Yadi in a little bit more than 2 weeks. I think that is so cool. And I could leave those, but you know what? Let's just trim it and let's try to get these sewn in. Am I ready for you? I have to be ready for all 10 of y'all. What you talking about? Alright, so again, just going to make sure and see. So whenever you have those misprints, okay, or you printed single-sided, you can totally glue these in this way, and that will give you that'll help to give you, you know, that difference of look, right? So this is still open, which is totally fine, because then we can add something there. And we have this part here, which I'm debating if It'll be fine. Okay. So, let's start getting these signatures in. Thank you. Alright, so very easy way to make sure that you get your signature where you want it. Okay? Alright, and is to take a scrap piece of paper if you have one, which I guess I do have one. That's too short, so yeah, it will have to be this one. And then that way you can make sure that you're going to make your holes where you want your holes to be. Alright. The other thing is, if you have a little jig like this one, okay, I many times come in with my pencil and kind of mark where I'm going to do my my holes. All right, and that helps me. Okay. Now, because this is wider than what I need it to be, we're going to do it this way, because if you notice, alright, it's going to be smack in the middle here. Let me take my owl. This is actually the journal for the Battle of the Junk Journals. This is my journal for the Battle of the Junk Journals. So, it's the one that will be up for bid on Friday. Yeah, definitely. So it is an alteration to the journal, to the gate journal that I did last time, and it is going to be similar to what y'all will be making in the at the retreat. Okay. So there's that one. And then where's my next one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. From the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up after me is Miss Marylou, and it'll be interesting to see what mythical creature she went with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we did 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so this journal, so it's the same Gate style journal that I created last year. And when you open this one up, you'll have the two signatures. You'll have the two signatures on this side. Okay? You'll have these two signatures to write on and to create. And then over here, this is going to have like a little fireplace, and I'm going to put like some little bottles to look like little potions or something of that nature. I'm working on like a little mini book to have like a cookbook or a spell book or something open up here. And probably if I can figure out how to make one, a cauldron will be sitting on here. But that is what she's gonna look like when she's all put together. Like I said, I just gotta finish a few things up. And so she closes like that, and this is the back of her. I love this kind of Halloween steampunkish type color to the fabric. But yeah, so that's that. I know it's not everyone's style, and that is totally okay. I don't expect my style to always be what others may like. But you know, you gotta be true to me and what I like to do. You're too funny. You wanna be like me when you grow up. That's funny. That y'all are amazing. What are you talking about? All of y'all are amazing. I'm inspired by you guys all the time. So I really don't get it. Alright, so we're just going to make our holes for our signature. And then we're counting by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there it is. Yes, my dear. It is definitely a compliment. I feel honored when you guys, you know, think so highly of my talent. Like, I really, really do. It does. It means a lot. So thank you. Alright, so we have that one. Now, I did notice that this page is a little big inside of my journal, so I am going to trim it down before we make our holes. Because I don't want to have any... I don't have too many issues as far as what we have going on in here. Maybe I might be able to do without it. Yeah, I can do without it. It'll be fine. Make sure everything is lined up, because sometimes you have some pages that are just a little bit longer or taller, so you just want to try to get everything a little bit even. So this is my little Dracula's Lair type journal. And thank you, Miss Amy, for having me. I really do appreciate it. I hope that I did well today. And if you guys missed any of today's presenters, go back to Crafty Friends Unite event group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then all we have to do now is sew. Ooh, if I can get this open. Let's just say between my right arm and my left leg, it's definitely telling me that the weather is crappy outside. Okay. Now, I picked this one up in the leather craft section of the Hobby Lobby. They did have some on clearance. It's waxed polyester thread, and I picked up some black because I didn't have black. I figured it would be a good color to have, considering that, you know. And then blunt, you're gonna want a blunt needle. I mean, this could still hurt you, but at least it's not pointy. Or they're called doll D-O-L-L, doll needles as well. I do it a lot of times manually too, my dear. And I draw it out with a piece of paper. I'm actually working, I'll probably not be able to finish it, but I'm creating a book cradle for when you have multiple signatures, because that one really you can only do like 1, 2, where it will fit a little bit easier for when you are creating. Alright, love you too. Thank you for coming in, Carla. Carla doing her admin stuff too. Okay, I don't know if that was the door squeaking or if that was a kitten. I just heard something. Alright, so we're going to open this up. I'm going to move that just so it's out of my way. And I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm not gonna start in the middle. I'm actually gonna start at the bottom with my sewing. And we're gonna pull through, leaving a thread, tail, and then we're going to go through our bottom hole, which with a dark fabric can be a little bit tricky to find, but you know, we got this. We got this. Okay. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to find my next hole. I'm going to come up, go through our pages. Okay. Find the following hole and the hole in our spine and pull it through. And we're just pulling it through, making sure not to lose, you know, too much of that tail, because we are going to need it, right? We're going to find the next hole to come up through, and then through our papers, And then we have to go down the following hole, through our spine board, out the back, and then find the next one. Find that hole that happened to be a little on the wonky side, but found it. Okay. And then now, what we're going to do is either, you have two options. You can either come like this and tie it, or you can go through it again. Okay, which is what I'm gonna do. So, which is more of a booklet style, because you are really going through and doing kind of like a back stitch. Okay. So we're gonna pull, and I may need to pull just a tad bit. Alright, I'm gonna go back through the next hole and then through my papers again, and we're going to cover this side right here, and we're going to go through it and then through the hole again, making sure that everything is tight and taut. Thank you. I appreciate it, Miss Brenda. Y'all are all such amazing creators, and your words are always very, very comforting. I truly do appreciate it. Okay. Now, this is completely closed. I don't know if you guys can see. See how it's completely done through? So I'm not going to go through that hole, but this is where I'm going to tie. Okay? This is where I'm going to tie it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to go see if there's a little one that is wanting food again, and we're going to cut those tails. But here's my first signature for my journal, and it is all about our vamps, because they are a mystical creature, and gargoyles are too, for that matter. So thank you so much for having me again. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you have a great evening. And thank you again so much for being here. I love you guys, and I will see you all later. Let's go see Miss Marylou. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful evening.